What is up, Sauce Nation? This is your boy Hector Flores. Obviously, if you see the thumbnail, it's going to be a Houston Dynamo video. I don't know if it has been officially announced yet or not, but it seems very likely that Paulo Nagamura will be the next manager of the Houston Dynamo. I'll go ahead and share my thoughts on this decision. Like I said, maybe it's been announced at this point, but sources have been very adamant that it is going to be this guy, so we'll talk about him. And I'll share my thoughts about him, not only as a player, but as also obviously now as a manager. But we'll touch up on that. But before we get going in this video, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and click on that notification bell so you be notified when we drop videos just like this. And of course, when we do our live streams, you definitely want to be aware of what's going on at SauceSports, because things are happening, man. You guys don't want to miss out. Stay tuned for it. If you guys want a little bit more of a connection with guys from the round table at Honcho, well, you can join the Discord. You got two options: either you sign up through Patreon or you become a member of the YouTube channel. Those are your two options. Pretty straightforward. So make sure you guys also follow us on social media at SauceSports HTX on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. So another way that you'll be informed when we drop videos and what is going to be going on for the future of SauceSports. So be on the lookout. But without further ado, let's get going with this video. All right, so the Houston Dynamo have agreed on getting Paulo Nagamura as their next manager for the Houston Dynamo. It has not been, as by the time I recorded this, it's not official yet. So by the time this video drops, maybe it's official, or maybe it didn't happen. So if it didn't happen, well, I mean, we're not dropping this video. But anyways, if it did happen, well, yeah, this is the guy that the Dynamo have said that this is who they're going for. And if you guys want to know where I got that source from, it's from Glenn Davis. So if you guys don't know who Glenn Davis is, he is the commentator for the Houston Dynamo matches on the Cube. He also has a radio show here in Houston on 97.5 called Soccer Matters with Glenn Davis. I believe you can also listen to it on Austin, called the radio station is called The Horn. But so that's who dropped the bomb. And you know, Lester Grush, who also is another guy that I usually get my Dynamo news from, he kind of piggyback on it and also, you know, not denied it either. So it seems very likely that this is who the Dynamo are going to get. For you, those of you who want to know who Lester Grush is, Lester Grush is the sports guy for Univision Houston. So like I said, those are the two guys. Fun fact, Glenn Davis was actually a guest on my podcast, Insert Name FC. So humble brag right there. Anyways, so but kind of going from Lester Grush's side, so he didn't deny it, and he also added on that the reason why the Dynamo have chose Paulo Nagamura was because apparently they really liked the interviews that they've had with him. So they seem that this is their guy. But he also added on that there was other interest in the Dynamo job from both MLS and Liga MX. If you guys don't know, Liga MX, that's the Mexican soccer league. So there were guys from Liga MX that were very interested in the Dynamo job. One person in particular that is gonna, I feel I'm kind of mad that they didn't go and get this guy, and that is Victor Manuel Vucetic. He was he's a really successful manager in Liga MX. He has won Liga MX 5 times. He's also won the CONCACAF Champions League 3 times. Yeah, that would have been quite the name drop for the Dynamo if they would have gotten that one done, in my opinion. Because I think that Dynamo fans would be really happy. I think that is, even though he doesn't have MLS experience, this dude has experience just in general. Would have been a great addition to the Houston Dynamo. That would have told me that the Dynamo are looking to win right now. Paulo Nagamura, I really don't know. But let's look at Paulo Nagamura, since this is the guy. Paulo Nagamura, the Brazilian-Japanese player. He's played for quite some time as a central midfielder. Also played defensive midfield. Also has played on that right side. In a total of 315 games, he's scored 16 goals, 16 assists, and has had 80 yellow cards. So I think he's more of a defensive player than an attacking player. So that's why I can get the low score count and assist count, because I think he's there for defensive reasons. But in his years of playing, he's played for the LA Galaxy, Toronto FC, Chivas USA, and Sporting KC in the MLS side, which Chivas USA, whew, man, I forgot about that team. And in Liga MX, he's played for Tigres. So Tigres connection right there. In his time as a player, he's won 2 MLS Cups, one in 04-05 with the LA Galaxy, and in 2012-2013 with Sporting KC. He's also lifted the US Open Cup in 2014-2015 with Sporting KC. And if you guys are curious, yes, he did play for those teams, a good amount of games for those teams in their cup run. So it's not like he just happened to be there. No, he actually played. So there is that. But let's talk about the manager side, because that's really the part that really matters. In Sporting KC too, which is their youth development team that plays in the USL, set to be an MLS next, whatever they're gonna call it, the youth side. It's not really youth; it's just a team that you can send players there and playing with Sporting KC. But anyways, in his time, he had a record of 31, 60, and 25. He was 2-1 in the playoffs. Only made the playoffs once in the seasons that he was there, but made it all the way to the semifinal. But he has a total winning percentage of 26%. That is the lowest in Sporting KC2's history out of 3 managers. So, yeah, pretty rough. I know people are going to be like, well, it's a youth team. They're going to get called up into the senior team, so that could be a factor. You're not having consistent players, which is true. But I had to look at the players. I had to see, in those rosters, any players worth a note. And there were 3 players that I would actually highlight, and that's Diego Rubio, who now plays for Colorado Rapids, Jalen Lindsay, who actually just went to Charlotte FC. That's going to be one of the newer teams in the MLS this coming season. And the big one, which I think is going to be the one everyone's going to try to use as an example, Gianluca Busio. And for guys who didn't want to know, Gianluca Busio currently now plays in the Serie A in Italy for Venezia, and has had call-ups with the U.S. men's national team. Actually, recently was part of the U.S. men's national team's Gold Cup winning team. So probably a good example. That's a good flex to have, right? A guy that's now playing in Europe. Well, I think Gianluca Busio was one of those guys that was just has those natural abilities and just needs development, and that's why he's playing in Italy now. But I don't know if it's a youth. I don't think this is a youth decision. I don't know what kind of decision this is. For all we know, this could be kind of similar to what David Culley is to the Texans. It could just be a guy for right now till they get the guy that they really want. Or maybe they're focusing on the roster first before they go after a real manager. I really don't know. I don't want to say that Paulo Nagamura is trash. I don't want to say that, but it's hard, especially when the fact is that you had a chance at a proven excellent manager in Vucetic. And so that's kind of what pisses me off right now, is that this guy wanted the job and you chose this guy. So yeah, I'm a little frustrated with this move, because the thing is, I just don't know what this is going to mean. Can Paulo Nagamura prove me wrong? Probably. But I mean, also the roster needs to be fixed. Like that needs to still be addressed. That's going to be on Pat Onstad, what he's going to do, who's he going to bring to improve the Dynamo. I mean, there's some things that could be fixed, but I think right now the Dynamo, goalkeeper, you took care of it. You got Steve Clark. In the center back position, I think you're very fine with Tim Parker and Teenage Adibi. Everything else can easily be upgraded for sure. So that's going to be what's going to happen with the Dynamo at that point. But I just don't know with this move. I don't know if this is going to be the guy, because honestly, I have no real faith in it. I know some people are going to be supportive. I'm going to be supportive for the Dynamo. Obviously, that's my club. I'm going to cheer on my team, the Houston Dynamo. But I just don't get this move. I don't get it, Pat Onstad. And I'm all for Pat Onstad. I'm glad that Pat Onstad is going to be the general manager for the Houston Dynamo. But I don't get this move. I don't get it at all. But hopefully you guys can prove me wrong. I mean, you can only get better from where you are right now, which is pretty low. So hopefully it works out. If there's anything positive to take from Paulo Nagamura, I like the formation that he uses, which is a 4-3-3 attacking formation. So there's my nice thing to say about Paulo Nagamura is that I like the formation he uses, but only time will tell. That's all I really gotta say. Only time will tell to really find out what kind of manager is he gonna be for the Dynamo. Is he gonna be a youth guy? Is he gonna use his MLS experience to help this team? And then also the big question is, what's gonna happen with this roster? We still need to see how this roster is gonna look like by the time the MLS season kicks off. So there is that. Yeah, so those are my thoughts on Paulo Nagamura. I really don't know what to tell you. I'm cautiously optimistic right now. More cautious than optimistic than anything else. I just want to see how this works out. Is Paulo Nagamura the guy? I'm really thinking he's not. I think he's just a guy in between the guy that we're really gonna go get as a manager. But there's a lot of factors that come into play. Obviously, we got to see what's gonna happen with this Dynamo roster. What is Pat Onstan gonna do with this Dynamo roster? How is the MLS draft going to look like? Which, I mean, if you guys ask me, I really don't care about the MLS draft. But what players are they going to bring in? Are they going to bring in some good designated players? Are they going to bring in some players with good MLS experience like Steve Clark? Could they bring in another? They're said to bring another guy that has some good MLS experience. So can we see more of these moves similar to that? Only time will tell. So we'll see. So there is that. Hey, guys. So tell me what you guys think in the comments. Tell me what you guys think about Paulo Nagamura. Do you feel confident that this is our guy? Do you guys think that this is a terrible hiring? Just share your thoughts. Make sure you guys subscribe, like this video, click on that notification bell so you'll be notified when we drop videos just like this or when we do our live streams. So make sure you guys, because things are happening here in SauceSports, man, just so you don't want to be missing out on it. Follow us on social media at SauceSports HTX on Instagram, Twitter. Make sure you guys follow us on Facebook as well, so you'll be another way to be notified when we drop videos. And of course, if you guys want to join the Discord, you got two options. Either you join the Patreon or you become a member of the YouTube channel. So there is that. This is a soccer video, so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna shamelessly plug it. I kind of already did it anyways, but if you guys like my thoughts on soccer and you guys want to hear my thoughts internationally, like Europe and all that, well, check out my podcast, Insert Name FC. It is a member of the Belly Up Sports Network. Go ahead and check them out. We're doing things. We're actually got some interviews coming up for me, so I'm pretty excited about that. But I'm also excited about SauceSports. So with all that being said, man, chugging up a deuce. Y'all stay saucy.